שלום לכולם ולכולן, hello to everyone. זה הניסיון הראשון שלי לעשות את מה שרציתי כבר הרבה זמן לעשות, כשאני מנסה להתחבר לתורה הקדושה ולמסורת שממנה אני בא. This is my first attempt to do what I've wanted to do for a long time while I'm connecting to the holy Torah, to the holy tradition of my people, the Jewish people. מה שאני בעצם עושה, זה אני הולך, לי קשה מאוד להתפלל לבד. What I am doing, for me it is very difficult to pray alone. אז אני הולך לקרוא איתכם את הדברים הראשונים שיהודי אמור לעשות כל בוקר, ויהודייה, ובעזרת השם כל אחד ואחת בעולם שירצה ותרצה, ולהסביר לכם תוך כדי. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read what every Jewish boy and girl and man and woman and God willing everybody that will want out of all mankind is supposed to do every morning, and explain a little bit from what I was fortunate enough to learn. So here we go, הנה מתחילים. הסידור שאיתו אני עובד הוא סידור תפילה לעני. הסידור הזה יצא על ידי המרכז לקבלה שייסד אותו הרב ברג. זה סידור מקובל, לא מקובל, אני אוהב לקרוא לזה, כי יש הרבה התנגדות במיוחד בעולם הדתי אליו, ויש ביקורת גם על עניין של להפוך את התורה לכסף שצריך להתייחס אליה ביום מן הימים, אבל לא עכשיו. אבל מכל הסידורים, ואני חוקר סידורים, אני מצאתי שאני מחובר לסידור הזה הכי הרבה, וקיבלתי אותו במתנה מאשתי שקיבלה אותו מאנקה שמיט. אנקה שמיט היא אישה לא יהודייה, נוצרייה, שהתחברה לדברים האלה. אנקה, thank you, מוצומסק, היא רומניה. This is the prayer book that I'm using, that is called a prayer for the poor person, or for the poor woman, which is a part of a pasuk called a prayer of the poor person God will hug. Like that God will envelop, God will hug the prayer of the poor person, and it doesn't mean only a poor person materially, it means spiritually, because you can have a lot of money and be poor. We are all poor here in this world because we are not connected to God the way we should. הסברתי שזה נקרא תפילה לעני כי יעטוף, ככה נקרא הסידור הזה. וזה כי כולנו בעצם ברוח אנחנו עניים כשאנחנו מנותקים מבוראנו, וחלק מהשליחות שלנו פה בעולם זה להגיע לפה איפה שהרבה יותר קל להיות מנותק מבוראנו, ויש לזה הרבה סיבות. I also said in Hebrew that this is the Siddur of the Center of Kabbalah founded by Berg, and that there is a lot of criticism. It is a Mekubal Siddur, which means accepted. Mekubal in Hebrew means the one that knows Kabbalah, but also means the one that accepts or is accepted. And it is not very much accepted, this Siddur. The religious community has a lot of problems with it, and there is also criticism about the connection of Torah and making money. אבל זה סידור נהדר, it's a great סידור, because it explains everything. זה מסביר הכל בצורה שמעטים הסידורים שמסבירים. So at the beginning of the סידור, בתחילת הסידור, יש לנו את איגרת הרמב"ן. איגרת הרמב"ן means the letter that the Ramban wrote. Ramban is a guy, his initials for Rabbi Moshe Nachman. Rabbi Moshe Nachman. He was also called in Greek Nachmanides, because he was very, very admired during the golden age of the Sephardic world, the Muslim Jewish world. הרמב"ם, רבי משה נחמן, נקרא גם נחמנידס ביוונית, כי מאוד העריצו אותו ואת הרמב"ם, מי שלמד פילוסופיה בתקופת תור הזהב של ספרד, גם בחלק הנוצרי וגם בחלק הספרדי. And we will read the letter of the Ramban, איגרת הרמב"ן. שמע בני מוסר אביך ואל תיטוש תורת אמך. My son, hear the morals of your father and do not abandon the Torah of your mother. זה משפט מקהלת. This is a sentence from the book Kohelet, which has a name in English that I don't remember, a Greek Latin name. תתנהג תמיד לדבר כל דבריך בנחת לכל אדם ובכל עת. Always behave in your speech, to speak all your words comfortably, in relaxation, in ease, to every person at every time. Nachat, which can translate as being easy or being relaxed. In Hebrew, it also means to land. To land. It is to be a landing surface for the spiritual, for the divine spirit. נחת זה גם לעשות נחת רוח לבורא, שהבורא יכול לנחות. And by that that you will speak all your words in ease or in relaxation to every person at every time, you will save yourself from anger. ובזה תנצל מן הכעס, שהיא מידה רעה לאחתי בני אדם. Anger is the bad or the evil or the corrupting inner quality that makes all men sin. And so our forefathers said, so our rabbis said, וכן אמרו רבותינו, God bless their soul, זכרונם לברכה. כל הכועס, every person that is mad, all kinds of hell are controlling him. כל מיני גהנום שולטים בו, שנאמר, as it was said in our holy texts. והסר כעס מלבך והעבר רעה מבשרך. Remove anger from your heart and remove evil from your flesh. ואין רעה אלא גיהנום. And there is no evil that is not hell. שנאמר, as it was said, וגם רשע ליום רעה. And also the evil person will meet his evil day. And זה אומר, this means that hell, שגיהנום, is not a place you go to after you die because God punishes you. זה לא מקום שאתה מגיע אליו אחרי שאתה מת כי אלוהים מעניש אותך. It's where you are, זה איפה אתה, שאתה כועס. It's where you are when you are angry, when anger controls you. And when you will be saved from anger, on your heart shall rise the quality of humbleness, which is the best quality of all good qualities. וכאשר תנצל מן הכעס, תעלה על לבך מידת הענווה, שהיא מידה טובה מכל המידות הטובות. So it was said, שנאמר, עקב ענווה יראת השם. Through humbleness, you will be in awe of God. And in Hebrew, the word that I translated as through, it means ekev, the heel. The heel, all right? Oh! It's a little bit difficult for me to do this, but the heel is the part that Jacob took Esau, his brother. He held him in his heel, and this is why he was called Jacob. Jacob actually means heel in Hebrew, the part of the foot that touches the ground. And this part is very important. It is supposed to be the least important part, the part that touches the dirt. But we are supposed to come here to the lowest part in the universe as divine souls to make it holy. And this is why the heel, the thing that is most least important, is actually the most important, and this is a very important principle in Kabbalah. And through this humbleness, you will reach awe, because you will give to your heart always the knowledge. Where did you come from and where you are going, and that you are in your life a maggot, a worm, and even in your death, and before whom you are about to give account for your actions before the King of Honor, as it was said, even the skies and the skies that above the skies cannot hold God. So do the hearts of men. בעבור הענווה תעלה לבך מידת היראה, כי תיתן אל לבך תמיד, מהעין באת. In Hebrew, when it is said from where you come, the word from where is ayin. Ayin is also nothingness, and it is also initials for Ein Sof, infinity. מהעין באת, you came from nothingness, from infinity. ולאן אתה הולך? The word to where, לאן, is the same words as ayin, the word I said before, which means infinity, and means nothingness, the void. ולאן אתה הולך? ושאתה רימה ותולעה בחייך, ואף כי במותך. ולפני מי אתה עתיד, לפני מי אנחנו עתידים לתת דין וחשבון, לפני מלך הכבוד, שנאמר הנה השמיים ושמי השמיים לא יכלכלוך, אף כי ליבות בני אדם. And it was said, for all of earth and all of heaven I am full, this is my speech, me your God. ונאמר, הלא את השמיים ואת הארץ אני מלא נאום אדוני. And when you will think about all of these things, about the fact that you're standing before God, and God is so great and so big that he feels this whole existence, all of this existence is nothing in comparison to him, but he feels all of the earth and all of the heaven. There is no place that he is not there. When you will think about all of this, you will be in awe of your Creator. תירא מבוראך, שתחשוב את כל אלה תירא מבוראך, ותשמר מן החטא, and you will save yourself from sinning. In Hebrew, the word tira means the simple meaning of the people that don't know the holy tongue is to fear. You will fear your God. But the true meaning, the secret meaning, is to be in awe of God. To be in awe of God is not to be afraid of God. To be in awe of God is to be in connection to God. Being in connection to God and understanding how precious everything is. How big is the responsibility that is being laid upon us when we are being alive. להיות ביראה זה לא להיות בפחד. יראה במובן של פחד זה הבנה מאוד נמוכה תודעתית של המילה. יראה זה יראת הרוממות. זה להבין שאנחנו כולנו נמצאים בדבר קדוש שהישות הכי קדושה שקיימת בעולם יצרה. ושאנחנו מחוברים אליה ושנרצה או לא נרצה, אנחנו חיים, יש עלינו את האחריות הכי גדולה וקדושה, לא לעשות רע, לסור מרע ולעשות טוב, לבקש שלום ולרדוף אותו. And when you will think all of this, you will be in awe of your Creator, and you will save yourself from sin. Sin, which means in Hebrew chet, it's not being a bad boy. Sin is missing the point, not being connected to God. This is what it means to sin, as Rabbi Asherov and Rabbi Naveh and all the rabbis that taught me the secret of the Torah taught me. המילה חטא, הפירוש שלה זה לא להיות ילד רע ולעשות את הדבר האסור, זה להחטיא את החיבור, להחטיא את הנקודה שמחברת אותך לנשמה שלך, עצמך, and to God, to miss the point that connects you to your own soul and to God. וכאשר תחשוב את כל אלה תירא מבורך ותשמר מן החטא, ובמידות האלה תהיה שמח בחלקך. And in these qualities you will be happy in your own part, in what you have, in what you are doing, in your portion of God. כאשר תחשוב את כל אלה תירא מבורך ותשמר מן החטא, ובמידות האלה תהיה שמח בחלקך. And when you will behave in the quality of humbleness, and you will feel shame from every person, and your heart will even be a little bit afraid from him and from sinning, then upon you will rest the Shekhinah. The Shekhinah is the Spirit of God that dwells here on this earth. The Spirit of God that is here on this earth will be upon you. Veziv kevoda, and the light of his honor. Ziv is a very special kind of light. Ziv is a kind of light that is very soft, very gentle, and very holy. Ziv kevoda, the magic light of its honor, v'chaya olam haba, and the life of the world to come. You know, a great disagreement, an illusion of a disagreement between Judaism and what Jesus said is that Jesus said that my kingdom is not of this world. My kingdom is of the next world and everything concerning the kingdom of heaven. But when you listen to Nachman, to Rabbi Moshe ben Nachman, that says, and the v'chaya olam haba, and the life of the world to come, he says that if you are not in anger, if you are in humbleness, you are living here on this earth, the kingdom of heaven. So what is the big disagreement, guys? Why are we fighting with each other, Christian, Jews? We are for Jesus, we are against Jesus. Be for God. And now, my son, know and see, ואתה בני דע וראה, כי המתגאה בליבו על הבריות, because the one that has the indecency, the rudeness, to feel pride in his heart against other people, other creations, מורד הוא במלכות שמיים, he is the one that rebels in the kingdom of heaven, כי מתפאר הוא בלבוש מלכות שמיים, because he takes glory in the clothing of the kingdom of heaven. What it means? We should always be humble. We should never be proud, and this is the biggest sin that we see every day. I try so much to be a humble person, and I find myself in a great struggle to be humble, because it is so easy to sin the sin of pride. כי מתגאה בליבו על הבריות, מורד הוא במלכות שמיים. The one that does this, he rebels against the kingdom of heaven, because he takes glory in the clothing of the kingdom of heaven. Only pride is not something that we, as vessels of God, should do. We should leave it to God. שנאמר, as it was said, Adonai melech geut lavesh. Adonai, God, is king. His pride is his clothing. This is from Tehillim, from Psalms, פרק 50, not 50, 82, chapter 82. ובמה יתגאה לב האדם, and in what the human heart has to be proud of. אם באושר, אדוני הוריש ומעשיר. If you are proud in the money that you made, God is the one that gave you money and made you rich. If it is in honor, ואם בכבוד, all the honor belongs to God, לא לאלוקימו, שנאמר, as it was said, והאושר והכבוד מלפניך, and the riches and the respect is before you, is for you. ואיך מתפאר בכבוד קונו, and how can we glorify ourselves in the honor of our maker, of the one that owns us. ואם מתפאר בחוכמה, and if we take glory in intelligence, in it's not wisdom, חוכמה. חוכמה is intelligence or smartness or geniusness. God takes language from those that are faithful, and God takes God takes the reasoning power out of old men. השם מסיר שפה לנאמנים וטעם זקנים ייקח. נמצא שהכל שווה לפני המקום. We find that in relation to God, everything is equal. God is like the ultimate zero, the ultimate value of everything. And in comparison to him, like in mathematics, in Hebrew it is called ערך מוחלט. I don't know how it is called in English. Everything is relative in comparison to the ultimate. In relation to the ultimate, everything is relative. This is what Einstein understood, and this is how he came to realize that everything is relative. There is only one constant, the ultimate, what we call God. כי באפו משפיל גאים, because when באפו means in his nose, but it means when the time comes, he will humiliate the ones that are proud. וברצונו מגביה שפלים, and when he wants, those that are meek shall rise. So you should make yourself meek, you should make yourself low, and then God will carry you. And then God will carry you. Instead of making yourself big and tall, and make yourself little, and God will carry you. This is the great secret. ולכן השפל עצמך, ויישאך המקום, וינשאך המקום. על כן נפרש לך איך תתנהג במידת הענווה ללכת בה תמיד. And so I will interpret for you how you shall behave in the quality of humbleness, to go in this quality always. כל דבריך יהיו בנחת, all your words shall be in ease, in relaxation, וראשך כפוף, and your head bent downwards, and your eyes looking down at the earth, ועיניך יביטו למטה לארץ, ולבך למעלה, and your heart shall look upwards to the sky. And ואל תביט בפני אדם בדברך עמו, and you shall not look in the eyes of another person when you shall speak to him. וכל אדם יהיה גדול ממך בעיניך, and every woman and man, boy and girl that you will meet will be bigger than you in your eyes. And if he is smart and he is rich, you must respect him. ואם חכם או עשיר הוא, עליך לכבדו. ואם רש הוא, ואתה עשיר או חכם ממנו, חשוב בלבך כי אתה חיים ממנו והוא זכאי ממך. And if this person is impoverished, he is poor, and you're richer or smarter than him, because being poor is being poor in relation to money, and being poor in relation to intelligence. Think in your heart that you owe more than he owes, and he is more how do you say והוא זכאי ממך, and he is cleaner than you in terms of our relationship with heaven, with God. That if he sins not intentionally, but when you judge him, you do it intentionally. שאם הוא חוטא הוא שוגג ואתה מזיד. בכל דבריך ומעשיך ומחשבותיך, in all of your words and your deeds and your thoughts, ובכל עת, and at each time, חשוב בליבך, think in your heart, כאילו אתה עומד לפני הקדוש ברוך הוא, like you're standing right against God himself, ושכינתו עליך, and the spirit that dwells, that he sent, and his spirit that is sent here to this earth is upon you. For his honor fills the whole world. כי כבודו מלא עולם, ודבריך יהיו באימה וביראה, and your words will be in it's more than like seeing a horror movie, like this, in a thrill, in a horror even, and in awe. כעבד לפני רבו, as a slave that stands before the master. And you shall be ashamed from every person, and you shall be and you shall feel shame from every human being. And if somebody calls you, you shall not reply to him loudly. ותתבייש מכל אדם, ואם יקראך איש אל תענהו בקול רם. Only pleasantly, as a student stands before his teacher. רק בנחת, as the one that stands before his teacher. והווי זהיר לקרות בתורה תמיד אשר תוכל לקיימה. And be very careful to read in my holy Torah, in my holy messages for you, only the things that you can fulfill. that you can make true. וכאשר תקום מן הספר, and when you shall rise and leave the book that you are learning from my Torah, you shall תחפש באשר למטה, you shall search in what you have learned, אם יש בו דבר אשר תוכל לקיימו. You should search in what you have learned, if there is something out of all of the things that you learned that you can make it happen now. Be practical, make it happen now. ותפשפש במעשיך, and look inside yourself, touch inside yourself, in what you did, morning and evening, ותפשפש במעשיך בבוקר ובערב. Look at your actions morning and evening. And by that, all of your days you will return to me, ובזה יהיו כל ימיך בתשובה. והסר כל דברי העולם מלבך בעת התפילה, and remove all of the things of this world from your heart when you pray to me. And prepare your heart before the place, the holy place, the place of God, the name of God. One of the names of God is the place, the holy place. לפני המקום ברוך הוא. והסר כל דברי העולם מלבך בעת תפילה, ואכן לבך לפני המקום ברוך הוא. וטהר רעיוניך, and make pure your ideas. וחשוב בדיבור קודם שתוציאנו מפיך, and think about every word before it comes out of your mouth. וכן תעשה כל ימי חיי הבלך, and this you shall do all of the days here in this world, the days that are like the breath that we take out of our mouth when we speak and when we breathe. בכל דבר ודבר, in everything and everything, ולא תחטא. And you shall not sin, which is again means you will not miss God, אתה לא תחטיא את אלוהים. ובזה יהיו דבריך ומעשיך ומחשבותיך ישרים, and by that your words, your action and your thoughts will be straight, and your prayer will be pure, ותפילתך תהיה זכה וברא. וברא, it means connected, holy connected, and clean ונקייה, ומכוונת, and one that is very accurately aimed, and accepted, ומקובלת, לפני המקום ברוך הוא, before God, blessed is he. As it was said, שנאמר, תכין ליבם, prepare their hearts, תקשיב אוזניך, your ear will listen. When their hearts will be prepared, your ear will listen, the ear of God. Read this letter, תקרא האיגרת הזאת, once a week, פעם אחת בשבוע, ולא תפחות, and you shall not diminish from it, and we need to read it every day as much as we can. לקיימה, to exist it. לקיימה is to make it exist, to exist it, and to follow it always, וללכת בתמיד אחר השם יתברך, and to follow it always after God, blessed is he. למען תצליח, for by this you will succeed, בכל דרכיך, in all of the ways that you will go, ותזכה, and you will win the next world that is hidden, that is encrypted for the one that are righteous. לעולם הבא צפון לצדיקים, ואני מוסיף לצדיקות, מחילה רבי משה בן נחמן. ובכל יום שתקראנה, and in every day that you will read this letter, יענוך מן השמיים, from the heaven, your words, your prayers will be answered. כאשר יעלה על לבך לשאול, the words and the prayers that your hearts wants to, that are rising in your heart for you to ask, עד עולם, until eternity, amen, סלע. עד עולם, אמן, סלע. תודה רבה, אני רוצה לעשות עוד, אבל אני חייב לצאת, אחר כך נמשיך לברכות השחר.